Imagine that your body was an automobile, and since God made it, you're a Rolls Royce. Well, today's show, it's not about oil changes. It's not about tune-ups or tire rotations. Today is going to be a shift in your world. His name is Dr. Joe Wallach, and he's a pioneer in research about the body and what makes it tick with revolutionary information found in a book, and it's called Dead Doctors Don't Lie. So you've spent a lifetime studying, researching. I called you a pioneer. No matter how bad they feel, you can help them do something about it. You're saying there's hope.
Well, there's more than hope.
The world is sick, Doc. What's going on out there?
It's actually quite simple. Just eating well isn't enough. You have to do more than that. And the good Lord picked the Garden of Eden to put Adam in because it was the perfect place nutritionally. It's the most fertile place on earth.
It's got to be.
Yeah.
Wow.
We're not obese because we eat too much and lack enough exercise. It's a nutritional deficiency to be obese. And then, of course, salt is good. You know, the good Lord said, go forth and be the salt of the earth. And doctors say, don't use salt. Well, God lives forever. And doctors' average lifespan, according to their own survey in 1999, is 56. So
wow.
On the salt thing, I'm going with God. Each year in America, medical doctors kill, injure, and infect 15 million patients in hospitals and their clinics. And they get a walk. Nobody has their license suspended. Nobody goes to jail. Nobody gets a parking ticket.
Gosh.
But if they treat you for your arthritis for 25 years, it makes $750,000.
Gosh.
That's one of the bad things about avoiding salt. You don't make enough stomach acid.
Wow. My father died of cancer. These are the moments in this program when...
Salt your food. But wait a minute, my doctor says I can't use salt because it causes high blood pressure. No, that's not true
That's
either.
exactly what the studies suggest.
Well, it's a failed medical theory. Have you heard of obesity? How many wood ashes are left over every morning when you fuel your house with electricity?
0.
Every century there's been thousands of failed medical theories. Now, the 20th century and the 21st century have been no different. There's thousands of failed medical theories. That's another one of those failed medical theories. Obesity is not caused by eating too much and lack of exercise. The universal fuel in the world was wood. We burned wood for heat and cooking and so forth. And there was stuff left over. We call them ashes. These wood ashes were our source of nutritional mineral supplementation.
Wow.
That's a failed theory.
Sure.
None of that's true.
Right.
In a heartbeat, it all went away. A guy by the name of Thomas Edison pulled the switch in the first commercial electric generating plant. And people liked electricity.
Sure they did.
A hummingbird or a human being or an elephant, any vertebrate needs those 90 essential nutrients.
Which means that God built us to need them.
Yes, and this doctor said, well, I can't find anything wrong with him except that he has long eyelashes or hitting his glasses, curling back and tickling his eyeballs, and that's what's making all this happen. Well, I'm 9 years old and I knew that wasn't right.
Sure.
And the next morning I threw the Cheerios out to the chickens and I put the calf pellets in my cereal bowl and put milk in there. My mom wanted to take them away from him. My dad said, no, let him do it. And in 3 days' time, my Tourette syndrome was gone.
Whoa.
The reversal of these diseases is so easy.
Can this help me if I'm facing that horrible death sentence of cancer?
Of course.
Prevent and reverse 412 diseases.
Trying to discover what's going on in your body. Now, that's not what normal 9-year-olds do. Doc, 9 years old.
Yes.
And you're in a library pulling out reference material.
Yes.
You have been on a quest to discover what makes this body work since a very little boy.
That's right. And I knew, just as you said, Damon, no 9-year-old figures this out. We're going to talk about God stuff, because that's where the money's at.
$50.
Does God have hemorrhoids? Does God have heart disease?
That's
Does
a
God
good
have
question.
diabetes? Does God
course
have ringing in
not.
his ears?
Of
course
course
not.
not. Sure.
And so I knew when I was 9 years old that this had to be guidance from God himself.
Absolutely. You said it exactly as I read it in the Bible, that He made us in His likeness and His image. He didn't make us to be broken down.
Well, they're God's strategies. It's His stuff. We call it, people say, what is it? It's the God stuff, we call it.
I mean,
It's all God stuff.
this is really just, hey, guess what God did, right?
Exactly.
If God were sick, which He'll never be, what would He be doing?
Doctors will say, well, there's nothing we can do about it. You know, macular degeneration, you're going to go blind. She's been legally blind for 6 years with macular degeneration. Can you do anything about it? I said, well, yeah, I can get rid of that.
Wow.
This doctor jumps up in the back room and says, Wallach, you're a liar. That's impossible. So in 90 days, all of them could read 20/20, because I was expecting him to buy me a dinner and a glass of wine, you know, and stand up in the restaurant and say, I want to apologize to Dr. Wallach.
Wow. I believe That's an amazing story, by the way.
And we do this thousands of times a month.
And there are smart people watching. They're trying to make a decision based upon the evidence. Prove to me that what you say is true. And you've got story after story after story after story. Gosh,
I have 250,000 people who have now devoted their life to telling this story every day.
that's the evidence.
That's the evidence. Salt your food to taste. And don't worry about high blood pressure, because salt doesn't cause high blood pressure, and God said to do it.
Amen.